The 2-mile-wide tornado that tore through Moore, Oklahoma on Monday afternoon had emergency workers searching for survivors in the rubble of homes and schools and a hospital. But today officials sharply lowered the number of deaths caused by the storm to 24. That's down from 51. Joining us to discuss, we have Hunter Scott. He's a reporter for KOKH News in Oklahoma City. Hunter, it's great to have you here. Obviously, only time will tell how much damage this tornado caused, but talk us through some of the preliminary damage reports.
Well, as you can imagine, I mean, it's kind of even hard to have a preliminary damage report after this tornado. It's just unbelievable to see it from a helicopter from a standpoint. They're thinking maybe 500 homes. That's just a preliminary report are damaged. And then obviously the two biggest focuses probably, or three focuses out of this storm, is the Moore Medical Center, which is the hospital there, and then the two elementary schools that were hit more as well. And those are kind of the main focuses of today. But just the search and rescue effort is becoming extremely hard because, as you can imagine, there's so much damage. There's so many roads closed. It took our reporters about 4 to 5 hours just to get there. Typically, it only takes about 10 to 15 minutes. And that's just how much debris is there. And that's, police blocking off so many roads.
No, absolutely. Hunter, you mentioned the first responders, such an important role right now. Where do they even begin?
That's the biggest question. And even Governor Mary Fallin during her press conference yesterday, and people that were being pulled out of their homes, they don't even know. And as cliche as it sounds, where do you pick up after this? And I think right now the main focus is not necessarily on the recovery and picking up, but the search and rescue for survivors still. I know they're still holding out on pulling out survivors from Towers Plaza Elementary School and from their homes. We saw reports last night about 100 people were pulled from storm shelters last night, overnight, during those rescue hours. So right now the main focus is looking for survivors and for missing people. And then I think the focus then will turn on picking up the debris.
Well, and you mentioned Governor Mary Fallin, who spoke earlier this morning. She said this was the worst tornado she's ever seen. Hunter, what kind of assistance can we expect?
Right now, I mean, it's basically all hands on deck. I know yesterday we were still kind of in the preliminary phases. I know National Guard is here. Obviously, firefighters and police officers from all across the state are coming in. And then I know there was Oklahomans were wanting to help. And I think that says a big thing about Oklahoma. And obviously, this has happened to Moore before with the May 3rd tornado. And the cover of the Oklahoma today said, it's worse than May 3rd. And so everybody knows what that town has gone through there. And so a lot of people are rushing to help. However, police are really urging people and keeping people to stay out of that area, trying to keep them safe and still, trying to do their part in pulling out rescuers. So, they're saying, as much as you want to help, you need to donate money, donate supplies to your local Red Cross. Don't try and go into the town of Moore to help yourself. But they have a lot of resources. I know cadaver dogs have been called in as well. And I think it's just people from everywhere are starting to come in to help.